So James.
Yeah, hello. How are you?
Okay,
nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Are we here?
Much.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Even in vacuum cleaner or motors, invented 150 years ago or 200 years ago, still there are rooms to innovate. And how you can see that room for innovation?
It's actually very easy. We were using motors. They were big and heavy and not very efficient, and they had problems. For example, when I developed the cyclonic technology for my vacuum cleaner, I was working pretty well on my own, building maybe 2 prototypes a day. And it took me 5 years and 5,000 prototypes, well, 5,127 prototypes to get it right.
It takes longer. You said 5 years or 10 years. Those young entrepreneurs so far are not so patient used to be. Now it's quick. どうですか? Or how do you actually persuade?
Maybe there are things you can find where you can do things quickly, but everything I've done, and maybe it's just me, but it takes a long time. For example, robotics. It took us 12 years to develop a robotic vision system so that our robot could navigate by a vision system. But I don't mind taking 12 years to develop something. It's a fascinating journey, doing it, building the prototypes, testing all the technology, and then realizing that actually it isn't very good and you've got to do something better. I find that most enjoyable. You might not, but I hope you do. When children are at school, at the beginning, they're very interested in technology. And then for some reason, at the age of about 14, there's a lot of pressure put on them to go to university. And I'm afraid that they're also told not to be an engineer, because if you're an engineer, you might end up in a factory. But that it's more respectable to be a banker for some reason. And this is a great pity, because nothing could be more creative than developing technology, engineering and designing and making products.
他にない失敗を恐れない環境が社内にはあるとおっしゃっていたんですけれども、このような失敗が許される、さらに改善につなげられるような会社の文化や企業の風土はどのように形成されていったと思われますか?
Everybody has the chance to have an idea and has the courage to have an idea. And failure is always to be encouraged because you learn from it. And if you have built your prototype yourself and you have watched it fail, you get an idea of how to make it work. We have a culture of people going off and trying to make their ideas work. I never tell them that it won't work, and we don't have any experts who tell them that it won't work. So that it's a culture of no fear of failure.
業績が悪くなってくると、こんなに施策ばっかしてないでさっさと商品出せばいいじゃんみたいな外圧とかもきっと出てくるのかなと思っていて、その辺をどう乗り越えてこの素晴らしいプロダクトを世に出してるのかなっていうのをちょっとお聞きしたいです。
Of course, the organization is bigger and there's a lot more people, but the vision and the principle and the dedication to it and the concentration on it is all still there. So I'm not commercial. And I never did any of this to make money. I did it because I was passionate about producing a product with better technology, which made it work better. And how do we keep that? Well,
that's right.
Engineering and the product is all that is important. Marketing is unimportant. I don't allow the word brand to be used in the company at all.
I'd like to ask you a question about how to address the social issue. Do you think that it's a responsibility or duty for us, all the manager of the companies to contribute to the social problems.
And if you're making a profit, and if you're paying tax, and if you're employing people, you're already contributing enormously to society. So I wouldn't feel that you have to do anything social. Another problem, which is a very recent one in England, is that students have to borrow money to go to university, and then end up at the end of the 3 years with a huge debt, which is then very difficult to pay off. So we started our own university, and we pay the students. And it's a solution to a serious social problem.
なるほど。Thank you very much. Great. ありがとうございます。ダイソンさんのパッション感じませんでした？俺掃除機好きだっていうね。マーケティングで解決できるものなんてこんなもんだと。あとは全部サイエンスとか技術とか。
すごい優しそうな方だなっていう思う一方ですごい情熱があってこのものづくりに対する思いっていうなんかすごい芯の通った方だなっていうのを感じました。
ダイソンといえばブランドだろうと思ってたんですけどあくまでものだと製品が大事だっていうそこのこだわりが感じられてすごい勉強になりました。
社会を変えるっていう意味でのイノベーションっていう言葉がすごく印象に残りました。
これぐらいやはり真剣にものに取り組めるような気持ちを込めて製品をこれから作っていかなければなって思わされました。
The joy of innovation is of course it's success rather than failure, but more than that it's that you've created something that has been successful, that has employed people, that's made money, and that's contributed to society. I think you've had some great entrepreneurs in the past, people like Akio Morita and Mr. Honda, and I think you need maybe some more of those.